What is good, my people? How are we doing? We're back. Another video. Today, very simple. It's going to be a full day of eating on a training day. So I done a full day of eating on a rest day last week. Today's going to be a training day. This is my updated diet since I checked in last week. Last week we finished the mini cut. We are currently reversing out of the mini cut, if you did not know. So far, so good. The only change we made is just up calories. Cardio remains the same, steps remains the same, training remains the same. We upped my food by about 600 calories on both days, and my weight has dropped more this week than it has over the last 2 weeks of the mini cut, which is surprising. So I was 90.8 this morning, which is the lowest I've been since I was on prep last year, the beginning of prep last year. So it's interesting. The look yesterday was mind-blowing. Honestly, it was mind-blowing. I don't know where that look came from. Obviously I had a busy weekend. We had a show day weekend at the MBW, so I was on my feet a little bit more, and obviously stress is a little bit higher. And usually after a show weekend, my training suffers a little bit, and usually I don't look the best after post workout. But I posed yesterday, and honestly, it's probably the best I've ever looked in my life, quite frankly. So yeah, rather happy with that. So we're going to take you through a full day of eating today. I'm going to just keep it at the meals. I'm only going to show you the meals. Try not to ramble on too much. I'm sure I'll drop some knowledge here or there. But like I said, really good weekend. Super chuffed with everything. Had an amazing result with clients. Coaching is absolutely just picking up right now, and I cannot be more thankful for it. And I just love every moment of it. Like this year is just. Many parts of me have been reawoken this year, but the coaching aspect of things and my own bodybuilding journey are the two things that have just leaped forward in terms of what fulfills me. And this weekend with Ricky on stage, just delivering one of the best packages we could have even imagined, and getting a third place in an international show. His second ever show. He's been bodybuilding for 6 months. He came to me 6-7 months ago, wanted to start a prep after being a powerlifter for years, and I was like, okay, let's give it a go. It's not something I would usually do. I'd usually like to do a full off season with someone first, but I was like, do you know what, let's do it, let's see what can happen. We got 5th place in the regional show, and then on the weekend we got 3rd place in an international show. And we just played our cards. We played the cards we were dealt, and we were fucking over the moon with the result. So next year is already panning out to be a very, very good year in terms of coaching. Many more clients on stage. But I'm going to show you first my my meals today. So maybe what I'll do in a separate video is do like a breakdown of maybe Ricky's peak week, because we changed this peak week compared to the previous peak week. So if that's something you want to see, let me know. But for now, let's get into a full day of eating. So, first meal of the day, pre-workout meal. If you don't know, I always train after 1 meal. Always. No matter what, I can't remember the last time I trained after 2 meals. My food right now is not very high, not very low. If you do not know, I follow what I call a minimalist diet, so I don't really use any seasonings. Apart from salt, pepper, or single ingredient seasonings, I don't use any sauces. I don't drink carbonated beverages, any beverages with aspartame or sweeteners or anything like that in it. I only use currently chicken, turkey, prawns or white fish as my protein source, but I am including a bit of whey isolate now and again, and that seems to be absolutely superb. Why I do it, I wanted to try it because as just a bit of a difference in my life, and since then I've loved every moment of it. So my food does look somewhat bland to a lot of people, but I enjoy it, and there's plenty of benefits to it, which I'm going to go over later on. But I want to show you my pre-workout meal quickly, because I want to eat this and get back into some work before I head to the gym. So pre-workout meal today, very simply, I put it on a plate. Usually I'm team bowl, but I put it on a plate today to show you more in more detail. So we've got rice, chicken, beetroot, yellow pepper. Very simple. Salt and pepper on that, obviously. I will put the quantities here I'll put obviously I put everything on chronometer. I log everything on chronometer or chronometer, whatever you want to call it. So I'll put the quantities of what I'm having here, the macros, etc. But that's meal 1. I'm going to leave this here because my camera's about to die. And then I'm going to meet you later on for meal 2. Yodi, yodi, yodi. We're back for the post-workout meal. Session done. Bit of a different session today. I've done back and quads together. Well, I done quads and then a little bit of back top up at the end. Had to change training around over the last 2 days just to make up for a change in schedule, whatever it is. But rest day tomorrow and then we're back on track from Thursday. So, post-workout meal, I'll show you what I've got. It's a very, very simple one. Okay. Maybe I'll flip the camera around, it's a lot easier to show. It's your typical bodybuilder. We've got 125 grams of cream of rice. I use rice flour, okay, unflavored rice flour. All I do is add a bit of cinnamon into it and then a bit of cinnamon on top. I've got 100 grams of berries, which today's choice is strawberries. Yes, I leave the green on top. And then I've also got my pre-workout banana, which is obviously post-workout now. And then protein-wise, I'm having chicken with this, okay? And I put this on my Instagram story before, yesterday actually. And it's something I always do, but I have the cream rice. There it is. I have cream rice and chicken. That's obviously, like I said, I don't really use whey protein at the moment at all. And if I do, even if I did, I prefer this. But I put my chicken in my cream of rice, like on top. And I eat it like that. I like it. I've always liked sweet and savory. It's unflavored cream of rice anyway, and even if it was flavored, I've done it with flavored. It works perfectly well. Chicken adds a lovely texture to it as well. And I'm all about textures. That's one thing I've noticed as I diet, is as long as my diet has textures in it, it helps massively with my satiety, right? So that's why I choose certain veggies like carrots, or like even in a dieting phase, I'll go for like an option like a rice cake as opposed to rice sometimes, just for the crunch and a bit of extra texture. So yeah, I'll put the screenshot of the meal there. No fats in this meal. Usually pre-workout I'd have fats in this meal, but post-workout I've taken the fats out. I did forget to add as well, in the pre-workout meal I did have 5 milliliters of olive oil. So pre-workout meal, I'll show you that. Obviously I've showed you that. This is post-workout meal now, and then I'll meet you back here for meal number 3. And I don't know about you guys, but one thing I like to do, not every day, but quite a few times, is I really enjoy eating my post-workout meal right here on the couch, on the settee, to eat and chill out. Usually all my meals are in the kitchen, on the counter. I like to sit up properly and eat my meals. It helps quite a lot with digestion for me, probably for most people as well. But post-workout, I do allow myself to sit down by here, enjoy my post-workout meal, enjoy some YouTube before I get on with the rest of my work today. So here we go. Oh, yo, 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 yo. How are we doing? Back for another meal. Meal number 3 of today. You would have seen a little bit of B-roll there of the meal, or I'll include it there. So what we got, super simple. You'll see my diet, super simple and a bit boring for most people, but there's so many benefits to doing things this way that I'm willing, I think I mentioned this before, I'm willing to make my diet a little bit extra boring for all the benefits it's given me lately. So, super simple diet, super simple meal. We've got white potatoes which have been boiled for 12-13 minutes. and then they've been put in the air fryer for 15 minutes as well on max crisp, and they almost turn into like roast potatoes, and they are superb. Hack for you: if you're in off season, struggling to get food in, and you have potatoes on your plan, air fry them. Very simple. Just in case someone's like, oh, because you'd be surprised how many people I have eat potatoes. My clients, I like potatoes a lot. I believe they are one of the most underrated superfoods. There they are. High glycemic index, high in potassium, really good for you all around. You can get a lot of them in if you know how to cook them. So we got 300 grams of potatoes there. Again, I'll include the macros for this meal and the screenshot of it. We got 170 grams of cooked white basa. Basa being super low in fat, super high, well, not too high in protein, but super easy digestion. And I mean like melts in your mouth, ready to go. And I do apologize for eating on camera, but I posted 4 days of eating, and every time I posted, people have said, we'd like to see you eat the food. I find it extremely rude to eat on camera and talk, but if this is what the people want, I'll give the people what they want. So, potato, basa, and here is my eggplant slash aubergine, my current new obsession. I go through phases of veg. This is the current one, and just some raw carrots, so 50 grams of each of those. Usually I'd have spinach here, but I ran out of spinach today. So, also, nothing beats carrots. I could eat a bag of carrots just sat here, or just watching TV with a bag of carrots, munching on them. The best, I would say snack, but I don't snack. But if I'm ever out and about and I don't have veg, I'll just buy a bag of carrots and eat them raw. They need to be raw, just on a stick, crunch. And if you've got kids and they want a snack, introduce them to carrots early on. The textures of it, the noise, just be able to hold a big fucking carrot and walk around and eat that. Life is good. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this meal now. This is what I usually eat, as you can see. I've been here before. This is what I like to eat the majority of my meals. So you're gonna see me here for meal 4, which is gonna be rice. And I do want to touch upon more why I am doing this minimalist diet and why I started and why I'm keeping doing it and things I am going to change going forward. So what I might do is just record a full day of eating today, and on the end then tomorrow film a clip of why I'm doing it, the benefits I've personally found, and why I recommend people do it. Maybe not to the extreme that I am, but why not?
Yodi, here we have it then. Meal number 4 of the day: chicken, rice and vegetables. Just some yellow pepper in there today. Salt, black pepper on top, nothing else. Very, very simple meal. And the beauty of these meals, this one in particular, I eat this, I'm hungry within, honestly, 45 minutes. And then it's the last meal of the day. So as you can see, pretty basic food, again, throughout the day. Nothing changes. I like to change my veg about a little bit now and again. I rotate through similar ones. You've seen it, like beetroot, spinach. I like leafy greens, like a good Italian salad. Might have tomatoes now and again, but for the majority of the part, I like mixed peppers. I like beetroot. I like spinach. I like aubergine slash eggplant. I like courgette. That's another one of my favorites at the moment. Alongside that, what else do I have? Carrots, as you've seen earlier. I love a good carrot, and I will have a little bit of carrot on the side of this as well. I used to be a big fan of like things like kimchi, sauerkraut, but if you don't know, they can cause inflammation in the gut. One thing I'm trying to pretty much avoid with this diet is any kind of inflammation in the gut. Hence why the no dairy, the no gluten, the basic foods that I know digest well, like the low fat proteins, they digest well for me. Then I add my own fat in, like olive oil, avocado, 100% dark chocolate, which you'll see later on. I don't use any of the 85 or the 90, I use 100% the real shit, and almond butter. But I do want to give macadamia nut butter a go soon, because I know that is also even better than the almond butter. So this is meal number 4, and then we've got one more meal tonight, which I'll meet you for. I'll show you. I might even show you me making it, whipping it up, because people like to see how people make oats. So catch you.
Radio. Last meal of the day. Best meal of the day. Ellie's preparing hers. Protein powder in the background. I'm not using that. It's not good for you. But it is good. Anyway, last meal of the day. Best meal of the day. Oats going in.
Very simple. I have actually used protein myself, but it's isolate protein. 85 grams of oats, made to the consistency you wish. Maybe one day I'll show you how I make them. Meant to be 10 grams of dark chocolate, 10 grams of almond butter, but I've gone for just dark chocolate today. Like I said, I use 100% dark chocolate. This is the one I've got. It's either this one or Montezuma's. I went for this one today because it looks more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And then we've got 100 grams of fruit in the form of strawberries.
So that's going to be the full day of eating pretty much wrapped up. If you just want to focus on me again, I'll pop again like the final macros of the day here, which off the top of my head again, I think it's like 238 protein, 400 carb, 40 something fat. I know it's like 3,000 calories more or less, just under 3,000 calories. So thank you everyone for watching. Maybe I'll keep these up. Maybe I'll do these when I have like a cheat meal or something next time, because people love to see food, and people like to, do you know, people like to watch me eat food. That's what I like to watch you eat food. That's what I had to do today. I had to record myself eating twice. So I'm not going to record myself eating this because I'm watching the Great British Bake Off, and I'm going to enjoy that. We're going to enjoy that, and we're going to leave it there. It's not going to focus on you, it's going to focus on me. Anyhow, peace out. See you soon. Ciao.